Hello and welcome to another episode of Winds of Change Education. I do these interviews so that those who are watching can get an idea what you can do in life. It's not about taking what your friends are taking, those same subjects, or what is trending right now. It is following your passion. And in today's episode, it's my proud privilege to interview a boy who was always very good in studies, very well mannered, very well spoken. He went on to do his engineering, keeping in mind that he wanted to come back and join his father. Aviraj Rathi today is doing a wonderful work with his father. We will listen to his story. So, welcome Aviraj.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for having me here for this session.
If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit that bell icon. Aviraj, the first question.
Yes, ma'am.
When you were in 12th, you took science. You had in your mind that you wanted to do engineering. So, why did you opt for engineering?
So, ma'am, from starting, even when I was in my school, science was of my interest.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, I was inclined towards science. In 11th, 12th, I had kept both the options open, even biology and even maths, because I wanted to explore biotechnology or engineering for future.
Okay.
The time when I was preparing for JEE, I realized that chemistry is my thing, and
Okay.
I opted for chemical engineering.
Mm-hmm.
And it was also pretty clear in my head that with time I'm going to join my father's business only.
Mm-hmm. So
So
you have played to your strength. You loved science, and in science, you felt chemistry was something which attracted you. So you went on to become a chemical engineer,
yes, ma'am.
keeping in mind that you will come back and you will join your father.
Correct.
When did you realize that you want to join your father?
Ma'am, from the starting itself, I've seen my dad start from the scratch. He
Okay.
started this business 40 years back,
Mm-hmm.
and agriculture being a very, very huge, very vast market, very big market.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen from the start of his journey and how much he has gone through, how much pain,
Effort, yes, put
efforts,
in.
and he has put in to develop this organization.
Mm-hmm.
And from nothing, now we have 3 manufacturing units in Central India.
Okay.
And these are all these all in this all units. We are manufacturing agri inputs from sowing to harvesting.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
he had no background. I mean, he had no educational background, but still
Mm-hmm.
he developed many technologies which were patented, which were not even known to the markets. He bought in those technologies. He bought in
Mm-hmm.
business, and after looking all this efforts and hard work, it was really, really easy for me, and I realized that I have to join this business. The platform that
Mm-hmm.
I created, I have to expand this, verticalate it, and open up to all the horizons.
Yeah. So you were pretty clear that your father has laid a path and you want to take the business to a whole different level. And you opted for science, for chemistry, which was your plus point. And then you came and joined your father's business. Now, dreaming of joining and joining, both are two different things. So when you came and you joined, tell me that one thing that you felt is what you had thought it was that, and one thing which you had not thought of and you realized when you joined here.
So what happens is that when you talk about family business, it works on a very different level.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it's an old business, right? It's been since 40 years. 75%
Mm-hmm.
of people who are working in our organization are attached with us since last 25 years. Correct?
Mm.
It's easy to say to enter into family business, but there are a lot of expectations that people have
Mm.
already, have something in their head that okay, if this young chap is joining, what he's gonna do and how
Mm.
he's going to do. So that
Mm.
is one pressure that you always have.
Mm-hmm.
The best part was that when I joined in,
Mm-hmm.
my father supported me.
Okay.
Always given me an open hand. You take your own decisions. You take
Mhm.
your decisions. You will fail. You will learn. And whenever you need any guidance, I mean, he was always there, always there. Whenever I need any guidance, when I'm stuck,
Mhm.
and when I'm trying to do something, but he knows that okay, I am a little off track. He'll always come. He'll sit with me. He'll give me an indication that okay, you need to do something like this. You're doing
Mhm.
something wrong. So the way he has guided me, the way he has supported me, has been the best part.
So the grooming part by your father has helped you because he was there beside you, grooming you on how to do, and at the same time, he had given you an open hand to
Correct.
take decision, to fail, and learn from those. So it was an obviously very, very interesting journey that you were having because taking responsibility is not at all easy. Uh, the expectation that people have for you that okay, father has done like this, what is this fellow going to do? That expectation is always there. So now tell me exactly what is your job.
So I joined in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing that I started was with production line, the operations.
Okay.
So there was this new patented technology that we had developed, a soil
Mm-hmm.
testing lab, which was inaugurated by Shri Narendra Modi ji in Patna.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
when I entered, my father told me, okay, this is the technology. You need to formulate it. You need to finalize all the process flows, make a
Mm-hmm.
proper operation chain, and handle it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my first project, and
Mm-hmm.
it took me around 1.5 year to do that. So
Mm-hmm.
I was looking after operations, and
Mm-hmm.
time I realized that we had around more than 70 to 80 product portfolio in our basket.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
This different companies.
Mm-hmm.
So I realized this all technologies need a proper channel. So
Mm-hmm.
with time, I started a marketing team. So initially we used to work only in government organizations. We had different tie up with different state governments, and we used to supply there. We used to provide services.
Mm-hmm.
I realized this all these innovative technologies need to be taken to the root level. So
Mm-hmm.
there I started our own distribution channel. I started with 3 people. They were my sales and marketing team.
Mm-hmm.
Now in just 5 years, I have around more than 70 people, 70 marketing people.
Wow.
So
Wow. Simply wow.
and we have expanded to 5 states now. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
already the old structure is still there, the government setup,
Mm-hmm.
but the
Plus,
distribution
you
now,
have added on your own. You have
yes.
added on your own layer. Wow, that's great. That's great. Now, tell me one thing. You came in. You wanted to implement certain things. What were those skills that were needed for you when you wanted to do these works? On ground level, what are the skills that are very essential?
When we talk about grand level, practical and theoretical is very different.
Mm-hmm.
So all the knowledge that I acquired in chemical engineering, of course, it was very very helpful because it helped me streamline the process flow, to systemize everything. But with that, when we go practically, things are very different. You need to be on the floor all the time. You need to understand what are the problems. You need to find the solution. Of course, you
Mm-hmm.
will fail, but then again, you need to learn where you went wrong and then optimize it and set the system.
So, problem solving is one area where you need to be very strong on the ground level because problem solving is essential. Every new day, new problem will be coming up, and you need to make sure that you can solve it. Okay,
Correct.
that is one most essential feature, one most essential skill that someone has to learn. Tell me one thing. Nowadays, people don't like to come in this field of agriculture. What do you feel? Is this a good field to be in? See, at the end of the day, all of us have to eat. 4 times a day, everyone has to eat. But when it comes to agriculture, if you ask someone to actually go for agriculture, they are not very interested because somewhere down it has been portrayed that agriculture is not profitable. Now there are different sectors in agriculture. Growing crop is one of the sector. There are different sectors. What do you feel about agriculture?
I feel with growing demand of food, the pressure of supply chain, and it's a very very vast field. So there are many opportunities, many profitable opportunities. So people are nowadays opting to go to agriculture. They not just the applied sciences or manufacturing of certain agricultural inputs, but we are seeing nowadays that many people who are qualified, they are quitting their jobs, they are coming back to their hometown, and they are starting with cropping, starting their own, growing their own crops and everything. It is really important that we'll have to shift, because 70% of India's population is dependent on agriculture. And there's a lot of pressure on food supply. There are many new technologies like hydroponics, soil-based farming, vertical farming. There are many technologies which are new, and which our generation, which new generation, have to adapt, or else we won't be able to meet the requirement of the food.
So basically, whatever comes and goes, agriculture will never be out of fashion. It is always needed and it will always be there. But with changing times, you have to change the way people are growing crops. They have to change the pattern, they have to change the way that they are growing, maybe hydroponics, as you have said, maybe using vertical spaces, going for different types of cropping methods, some changes which will give them the good quality of crop and will keep the price down, and they can get a lot of profit from there. That will always be there, that will always be there. Now, can you tell me, like your father and at present you, both of you all are doing a lot of work. Where have you been recognized for your work?
At different platforms, we have been recognized many ways. So we are already situated with many agriculture universities. There is Indian Council of Agriculture Research. So there are 44 units of ICRs in all over India. We have collaborated with almost 7 to 8 ICRs. We were awarded with Excellence in Agriculture in 2019, and then we were awarded with Global Leadership in Agriculture in 2018. And the award was given by Shri Rajnath Singh Ji, who is our Defense Minister now, Indian Defense Minister.
Okay.
And the Excellence Award was given by Nitin Gadkari Ji.
How did you feel when you were walking up the stage, you're receiving an award? How do you feel?
That is amazing feeling. I mean, you really feel the sense of achievement, that all the hard work that you have put in, you really achieved something after that. So yeah, it feels very good.
And of course, definitely you feel that you need to put in more work, so that now someone has recognized you for your work, so you need to put in more hard work and make sure that you can do more for the people out there. Now, if someone wants to join this stream of agriculture, what are the different areas which someone can explore? Suppose a student who is in 7th or 8th standard, they are wondering that what are those fields that we can try and we can get into, which is profitable and something which they will like. So any suggestions for that?
Sure, ma'am. So this is a field where you have to. I mean, it's not just growing crop in a big field and something like that. It's an ecosystem. It's a very big ecosystem, from supply chain, cold supply chain, to producing the crops, to providing the nutrition, to manage all the diseases and pests that are gonna come in that. So there are many fields. One is for people who are inclined towards science, a lot of biotechnology, lot of engineering, lot of engineering and lot of nanotechnology. So basically, nanotechnology is one thing which has been breakthrough in many industries, from lubricants to, pharma, everywhere. And agriculture is one where there is heavy use of fertilizers. So this is one thing where someone who wants to enter into research can opt for, which is got a very good future.
Okay.
For someone who's looking after services, one can look for cold supply chain, because
Hmm.
then what has happened is whatever the output we grow, this
Hmm.
output does not really reach to the farmer and users, because
Okay.
few of that, I mean, a percentage of that gets wasted if
Hmm.
not shipped properly. So cold supply chain is a very very good business opportunity.
Hmm.
Even the government is supporting a lot.
Mm-hmm. Cold supply chain.
Correct. And
Mm-hmm.
then there
Because
are
at one point of time, the produce comes in, then everyone has the produce, and after a period of time, then there is no produce.
correct.
So, so the cold storages are very important so that
Conserve it, right? I
we can
mean,
benefit.
if the fruit, if you're growing fruits, it's not going to be
Mm-hmm.
always, right? So you need to cold store it. You take any crop, you take onion, you take potato, you take anything. It has
Mm-hmm.
to be good properly. And there is lack of infrastructure in India right now, which really needs. So this is one segment where we can fill the gap and get
Mm-hmm.
good profits in this.
Okay, okay. So there are quite a few fields you can choose and you can see where you fit in, what is your passion, what you like, and you can go in. And of course, even with advent of artificial intelligence, many of them are saying that there are many jobs which will no longer be relevant. But I think so agriculture is one field. As long as humanity is there, human beings are there on earth, agriculture will always be important because we need to eat. At the end of the day, everyone needs to eat. Okay. Now, I know your father has inspired you a lot in all this, coming to your job space. Who else has inspired you, or whom did you look up to while you were growing up?
Our, there's just one person who will always come to my mind, and that's my mother.
Mm-hmm.
From all the parents meeting to everywhere, you already know her and you have already discussed with her. So she's been always and always there
Hmm.
to guide me,
Yeah.
push me, you know,
Mhm.
to achieve. She always used to tell me, "Ki if you're gonna heat a carbon to convert into a diamond, you need to put a lot of hard work, that pressure, that temperature, or else you just be a normal carbon, normal black carbon, nothing else." So
Hmm.
she's always been there. Even now, when I have to start something, when I'm starting any project, I
Hmm.
sit with her, I discuss, and she's always there to guide me at every point.
Yeah, you are blessed in that way because your parents have a great supporting role for you. Great supporting role. Your
Correct.
mother throughout school life and always, in spite of any difficulty, but she will always make sure that she was beside y'all, and great faith in y'all that y'all will be doing something good. So that's an excellent thing to have. And of course, your father is always there, always helping you and giving you a free hand. So you at present, you are the child of the 21st century. Now you have grown up with internet. How has internet helped your business?
I think it has drastically changed the complete industry. So
Mm-hmm.
what has happened is that and I'll give an example of my own organization.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, we didn't had a big farmer base. We used to generally go and sell our products and the way traditional business used to work. But now what we have done is that the farmers are not aware about how things are supposed to be, how are the good agriculture practices. So what we have done is we have tied up with many different scientists all over India who have their expertise in different crops, and
Mm-hmm.
now we are taking online seminars. So in this seminar, we are taking crop specific, soil specific, climate specific, and we are giving them 100% training and from starting from sowing to harvesting what all things you're supposed to do,
Mm-hmm.
from nutrition management to pest management.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we have, it's been a very big bridge between
Mm-hmm.
awareness and giving knowledge to the farmers. So
Mm-hmm.
this is one for the awareness and knowledge, but
Mm-hmm.
second is branding. So things have changed drastically after online branding, digital marketing, and everything. And we
Mm-hmm.
have really adapted very well. We have made our own applications, Android applications. all the marketing and everything, it happens everything on phone. I don't have to call anyone. Anything I want to see happens on my phone. I don't have to go anywhere.
You have to sit. It doesn't matter where you are sitting. You have to sit, and only you have to have an internet connection that will help you do your business throughout India and throughout the world.
Correct.
You
So people are adapting to it. If technology is to adapt, we can grow multifolds.
So again, we come back to that point that if you have the problem solving ability, and I'm sure when COVID hit, your industry was not that prepared to go online as much as you all have done in this last few months. Definitely at that time also the offline model was the one which was working, but the moment COVID came, you all knew you had to do and jump into the internet field, make sure that you could do something. So came your app, and as you were saying, scientists and farmer, and being so specific, soil specific, crop specific, being so specific is on the offline space very difficult. Definitely online is a great help for you, because you can bridge the farmer to the scientist has the knowledge and farmer is doing the practical work.
Correct.
And you are connecting them, so you are also extremely important, you're connecting them.
Yes.
So it is so nice to see you doing so much. See, most of the people are saying that COVID has spoiled many things, stopped many things, but again there are certain fields where people have grown, like education sector could never stop. Similarly, your sector has also improved a lot, taking into account that you can't move out. So everything is not negative. If you can problem solve, then even from negative situation you can take out positive outcomes. That was great. Now tell me, what are the perks of being a businessman?
So there are many perks. I mean, of course, you're your own boss. You can do things your way. But with that, you have many responsibilities. Once you have responsibilities, so you have to do consistently, persistently everything which is required. So of course, there are perks, but with that, there are responsibilities also.
The perk is that you are your own boss. You want to take a leave, you can take a leave and go. But
you can
there's some
never
perk.
take leave, because even when I'm on vacation, I never, I don't recall it that I was on a vacation. I didn't go to work on. So it's always that. So you need to always manage that thing. Even when I'm on a business tour, I make it a point that I have to take out 1 or 2 days and give myself a break so that I can go back and continue with the.
Yeah. So you are always a phone call away, but then you can plan the day, you can do as you want, you can bring in things like you made this app, and you all were interested in bridging the farmers and the scientists. All these new ideas that you get, you can implement it faster.
Correct.
That is the perk of being your own boss and owning your own business. Plus you have your father's a way to show you where you will not go wrong. Those expertise are also essential. You can do your own thing, but you always can go back and get the knowledge from your father. So that way you are in a very win-win situation. So now we had a lot of very serious talks on a lighter note. Now let me ask you something very fast, and you have to answer it in a
Right.
rapid fire mode. Okay. Any funny incident in school?
There were many. There were many.
I know. So say only one or two.
So I still remember, I think with Vani ma'am. Vani ma'am was there, and the class was going on. Me and Gaurav, we were sitting together. I don't know why we started laughing, but we kept on laughing for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and we even forgot why we were laughing.
Oh my God.
Ma'am said that get up, get out of the class. So we got out of the class. Then we came back. She said, okay, have some water and sit. So the moment we had water, We looked at each other and again we
And
laughed
here
so
started.
badly that we spit out the water and again we started laughing for 10-15 minutes.
My God. Okay, tell me, what do you miss about school the most?
Friends.
Friends, hanging out together, gossiping. Yeah, y'all had a big gang talking away. Okay, what is that one thing you love doing at present?
Cooking food.
You're cooking now. Wow, that's great. That's great.
It's a good. I mean, after I go back home after whenever I am in tired or I'm in stress, I go and I cook and I feel refreshed after that.
So, but this lockdown has, given ample opportunity to people to pursue their hobbies because you don't have to go out anywhere. So you do your work, you go back, and then you can pursue your hobby. Good, good. Cooking is good. Your wife must be happy when you keep on cooking. Okay, tell me one thing that you did as a child which you enjoyed a lot, and in future you would love your kids to also do that.
So, the best part was I remember the summer break where all my siblings, all my cousins used to come down. We used to, be there for a month or so. So nowadays, what has happened is due to internet and people being busy in their own things. I feel that of course this should not be missed even after 20-25 years. That bonding and that connection with all the family members, those siblings and the friends should be there.
So you want everyone to come for a month during summer vacation as you have spent, and yes, of course, when cousins come and parents also don't say anything at that time because all of them together and
You can
having,
do all the possible naughty things you want to do.
yeah, all naughty things possible, and you get away at that time because it's holiday and everyone together and you enjoy. And even the most simple things look very good when you have five people around you. Sitting on the floor and eating your food also feels very good, or playing for hours together feels very good. You're dead tired, you're head to foot you're covered in dust, but that also it gives you a lot of happiness because you are playing together with your friends. Yes, that's a lovely answer. That's a lovely answer. So we have come to the end of our segment. Now, when y'all come to school and when we groom you for future, we always want y'all to be successful in life. But individually, what y'all will become, we never know. So when we reconnect with you and we see that you are doing so well and you are contributing back to society in different ways, that swells our heart with pride. That makes us feel very happy that whatever little we could contribute to your upbringing, to your mindset, today you all are doing very well. And I'm super proud of you. Waiting
Thank
to
you so much.
see more patents from you, more good work that you are doing, and endless laurels for you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
What is your last thought?
I'll add in that the school time that we had, it was really memorable, and all the teachers that we had, and especially, I mean, I think we were there from KG1 till
Hmm.
the ending.
Hmm.
So this connect and the bond that we have with our teachers, it's unforgettable. And
Yes.
even now we a lot, we talk a lot about our school days, the stories and the moments that we shared with our teachers, how they have guided us.
Hmm.
It's been an amazing journey till now.
So,
And
hope you have an even amazing journey ahead.
thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, if you have not subscribed to the channel, subscribe it and hit the bell icon. I'll be bringing you such amazing stories of my students who have done wonderful things with their life, who have followed their passion, done something different. If you want someone particular, please write their names below in the comment section. I'll definitely interview them. Thank you so much, Abhiraj. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
and bye bye.